Good evening and welcome to Travel Talk with Lorie
and Bill.
And Bill. Yes, the other half of the team here, Bill. So we want to welcome you to the show tonight. This week is National Tourism Week. So we're celebrating that as travel agents, and tomorrow is National Travel Agents Day, Travel Advisors Day. So this is kind of like a big week for us in the travel industry. So we have lots of goodies coming up tonight. One of the first things we want to talk about is our sponsor, Rocky Mount Toyota, and how good they are to be sponsoring us. They are the best new and pre-owned car dealer in Rocky Mount, in our opinion.
And the dealership with the lifetime warranty on all vehicles sold.
Yep, they are. But they're such great people to deal with. They treat everybody like you're royalty out there. So you need to go out, if you're thinking about buying a new car or even a pre-owned vehicle, Rocky Mount Toyota is the place to go check out and get that nice warranty as well as that awesome vehicle, because like we did.
Yeah, we bought a pre-owned from them, and it's fantastic.
Yep, just like a brand new one. Just like a brand new one. So
even had that new car smell.
It did, and even that new car look, like the seats look like nobody'd ever sit in them hardly.
Yep.
So I know that's all due to what they did to that vehicle when they got it.
Yep.
So if you're looking at a new one or a pre-owned, go see our folks at Rocky Mount Toyota. Tonight we're going to talk about cruising, because there's so much in the news now about cruising coming back. We're all pushing to get cruising back in the travel industry. So we thought tonight we would just talk about cruising and get some ideas of where you can cruise to, hopefully later on this year and definitely in 2022 and beyond.
Yes.
So the first cruise line we're going to talk about is one of my favorites, Norwegian Cruise Line.
Yes.
So they have something new and unique they are doing for teachers. So we're going to watch two videos. The second one about what they're doing, spreading joy to teachers.
Yes, and their schools.
And their school is absolutely in their schools. So we're going to play these first two videos, and then we're going to come back and talk about it.
Sounds good.
The world just sail away in ocean. Keep your heart wide open. I'm too busy feeling this free. Hey, 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 hey. Come on and celebrate. Hey, hey, hey. It feels so good, go ahead. Hey, 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 hey. Don't let them moan and slip the perfect time. So let's go, let's go ahead. Open your eyes and free your soul. You picked the perfect time, so let's go, let's go. Taking a breeze with the magic kind of view. All that you need is right in front of you. So much to see, so much to do. I'm too busy feeling this free. Hey, 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 hey. Don't let a moment slip away. Hey, hey, hey. It feels so good, go ahead and open your eyes and free your soul. You picked the perfect time, so let's go, let's go. Let's go.
So I think that's just an awesome thing they're doing,
Yes, it is. Yes, it is indeed.
giving 100 teachers 100 cruises.
Yep. And their schools.
And their schools get a chance to win up to
$25, $15, or $10,000
And I
to
think
the
that's
schools.
just awesome.
Yes, it
I
is.
really do, after the last year and a half that everybody's had, especially school teachers have had it rough. I mean, so I feel like that they're just stepping up and spreading joy.
Yes. And so many of the parents will be glad that the teachers will be teaching their children again and not them at home teaching them.
Well, and that's true. So that way, you know, but I think this is just an awesome, awesome thing they've stepped up to do.
Yes, it is.
So if anybody wants to nominate your teacher and you can't figure out how to do it, just reach out to us at Coffee Mug Travel, your local Dream Vacations franchise, and I have all the information for you. So you can do that. So in the spirit of staying on the cruising line, Princess Cruise has come up with some really great new videos. And Dream Vacations has typed up with them to bring them to everybody so they can see. And these just make you want to be traveling right now. So we're going to watch these videos from Princess. We're going to see the world as well as Mexico and the Caribbean and see some of these sites that we're going to be able to see. Hopefully start traveling to this summer and fall and into 2022 and 2023.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
It can be as simple as a hello, a smile or gaze. A single moment that builds into lasting memories.
Follow me, won't you, heart? Where we go is where we are. Won't believe the things we'll see along the way.
It's something we all seek. Connecting to those you love, those you have yet to meet, and places you have yet to go explore. Because even though we get by with likes and comments, here at Princess Cruises, we know a greater connection lies when we're actually in the moment, together. Watching the look in their eyes as they explore stars they've never seen. Tasting extraordinary meals with those who make you feel at home. Making friends with those you've just met. Or discovering something new with someone you've known forever. Because our people are people who know that this beautiful world is better experienced together. At Princess Cruises, bringing people together has been our legacy for over 50 years and will continue to be, so you can focus on what matters most. Because when we share our world, share our hearts, and truly create connections that matter, well, that's when lasting memories are made.
Well, take my hand, yours in mine. Amazing what you'll find. Every second of our lives led to this.
Well, you know, every time I see those Princess ships in Mexico on the western side, I think of
The Love Boat.
the Love Boat. Yes, I do. I do. I think of the Love Boat in Puerto Vallarta when they used to go there. Okay,
Yep.
I think about that.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
it's probably where my love of cruising came from and traveling was way back that show, The Love Boat. And I'm sure there are some out there tonight listening to us that aren't real familiar with the Love Boat.
Because they're a little too young.
Young for the Love Boat. But yeah, I think that's probably what put me in the mood to be a cruiser.
Well, what put me in the mood to be a cruiser was 20 years in the Navy, so. But I'll never ride in an interior cabin again.
But it could have started with the Love Boat.
Yeah, it could have
Could have started with
started.
the Love Boat.
It could have, but
Could have started
I'll
Love
never
Boat.
do an interior cabin again. I did 20 years of interior cabins, and it's at least a balcony every time now.
Well, and the scenery they showed in the food, of course, I'm always lost in the food when they started showing the food. But then when they were showing late nights in Aruba, I'm thinking, yes, I can handle that late night in Aruba.
That is definitely one of our favorite ports, is Aruba.
Yep, could definitely handle a late night in Aruba. But of course, all those scenes of everywhere you can cruise to makes you want to be on that ship today, sailing out of port.
Yesterday.
Yep, and of course, we in the travel industry feel like soon. It is coming soon, okay? We don't know what all the rules and regulations are going to be from the CDC, but we do feel like we are headed in the soon category. So hopefully somewhere between July and September. Because if we can sail from between July and September, we have a cruise in September.
On Virgin Voyages.
That I am just dying to get on and show everybody that new cruise line and how nice everything's going to be on that ship.
Yes.
The only bad part about it is we can't take the grandkids on that one.
No, 18 and above on that one.
Cannot take the grandkids on that one. Sorry. But yes, it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful day the first day cruising's back.
And
like
don't worry, if we get that cruise in, we will let you know how the food is.
Oh,
'Cause
yes.
That's how we judge cruises.
Definitely the food and the coffee. The
Yes.
coffee, the food, the service. Definitely the food.
Yes.
Definitely the food.
And the
right?
coffee.
Yeah, definitely the food. Definitely the food. So keeping on with our cruise thing tonight, we have lots of other little things coming up. But one thing I'm excited to do is a little bit later on in the show we're going to be talking about how Carnival's come out with LNG powered ships.
That,
And
for those that aren't knowledgeable in that, that's liquefied natural gas.
And I think we're going to see more of the cruise lines heading that direction.
It's cleaner burning, and it costs the cruise lines less to cruise.
So we got that video coming up in a little bit. But first, we want to talk about Royal Caribbean is starting to sail in June. And they're going to sail out of Nassau. So they have a lot to offer this summer in
Yes.
the Caribbean, as well as Norwegian, who will be sailing a little bit later in the summer out of ports in the Caribbean, Montego Bay. But one of the biggest things, I think, is the sales out of Athens. Because Celebrity Cruise Line is going to be sailing out of Athens on their newest ship, the Apex. Also, Norwegian Cruise Line selling the Norwegian Jade out of Athens. And I was pricing today, because you know me, looking, I was thinking, well, if we don't get that cruise in September, what about October? I was looking at October flights and everything to go to Athens in a
Balcony.
one of those club balconies, which is compatible to the mini suite we were in before. Yep. Listen, $5,000. I was like, whoa, I could be there. That actually, I think it was less than $4,000 for what we would get. And I was like, I could be there. I could be there in October on that ship. So don't let me get carried away talking, because I plan stuff, mental trips all the time. I'm looking, pricing.
You ought
gonna
to see
be there.
you ought to see the calendar for the next 2 years worth of travel.
Gonna be there. But that one from Athens, now that, you know, me and my associate Eric have been talking about that one. And every time I price it, I think it gets sweeter and sweeter. So if it keeps getting sweeter and sweeter, we may be flying away to Athens before the year's out. One never knows. So we're going to take a little break here for a couple of what I call little commercials, one from Royal Caribbean, one from Carnival, and then we're going to come back and talk some more about cruising as your vacation for 2022. You know, and seeing the Mardi Gras from Carnival makes me think about the next May. We're going to be on the Mardi Gras.
Yep.
Mother's Day weekend and the week after selling. You know, and I know that people out there thinking, I wish we were on that ship too. So just give me a call because I can make sure you get on that ship with us.
And as if you notice, there's a lot for children to do on there and big kids also.
Oh yes, there's
like
definitely
me. So
there's definitely a lot for the bigger kids.
yes.
And of course that kind of leads me down the path of thinking about food. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, food and coffee.
And if you're wondering about bringing the kids along, Carnival's got a terrific children's program on board. Our youngest grandchild was what, 18 months when she did her first cruise
She
with
was 18 months.
when she did her first cruise with us, and she had an absolute ball.
Oh, she did.
The crew treated her like royalty, because she even got to go in the steakhouse kitchen with a crew member to get a bowl of little fruits.
Yes, and Grandpa Bill's been jealous of that ever since, being that he went to school to be a chef.
And I couldn't even go in the kitchen.
He couldn't go in the kitchen, but little Oliver got to go. She also she got a really good treat that year because we sailed with her in January.
And then in
18 months.
December.
And then in December, of course, she was older then. She was.
And the guy that was a magician on the ship that we had sailed in January was the magician on the ship that we sailed in December, and he took her all around the main dining room. And she had an absolute ball, saying hello to everybody in there and having magic tricks done with her, and she had a blast.
Oh, the crew was just awesome with her at her age. They were just awesome with her for her to be so young. And she had a ball, and we enjoyed it. It was like seeing cruising from a whole different perspective. Of course, now you have to do is mention the word cruise, and she's ready to pack that suitcase and go. Yes, she's ready. Yeah.
Papa Bill, I'm ready to cruise.
She told me she's going to be a travel agent like Grandma Lorie.
Yeah, she sits in the office with Grandma Lorie.
Yep, she's learning. Train them young. Train them young. Train her young. So we're all excited about the new Mardi Gras. And one of the reasons we're excited is because she is LNG,
Liquefied natural gas.
Powered.
Powered.
So we're going to watch this video now about all to do with the new power on the Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras' arrival to Port Canaveral isn't just about Carnival Cruise Line's newest and largest ship, or the first cruise ship with a roller coaster. It marks the arrival of the first cruise ship in North America to be powered by liquefied natural gas, or LNG. All told, Carnival Corporation will be adding 9 of these Excel-class ships to its fleet across North America and Europe as part of our eco-friendly green cruising initiative. Much work has been done to prepare for this day and this ship. Carnival has worked closely with the Meyer Turku shipyard in Finland, its energy and technology partner Shell, the team at Port Canaveral, and a host of other parties. But what exactly is LNG, and why is this a game changer? In its liquefied state, LNG is odorless, colorless, more environmentally friendly, and competitively priced compared to other fuels. It's considered to be on the forefront of marine industry fuel technology, and it maintains its liquefied nature by being refrigerated at a very cold temperature, minus 259 degrees Fahrenheit. It's important to remember, though, that passenger cruise ships generate a fraction of the overall emissions of the transportation sector. Nevertheless, every industry has a role to play in the worldwide effort to reduce emissions and their impact on global climate and public health. Among the cleanest fuels in the world, LNG significantly reduces emissions with cleaner exhaust. With the retirement of nearly 20 older vessels, the introduction of new, more efficient ships, and investments in other technologies and initiatives, we intend to continue to build on our pledge and continue to reduce emissions and exceed our goals. So, how does LNG work exactly? Just like other forms of fuel, LNG is converted into mechanical and electrical energy by engines and generators used to propel the ship. LNG not only powers Mardi Gras' propulsion system, utilizing azipods, it's used for all shipboard systems, from elevators, lighting, and computers, to galley equipment, and of course, Bolt, the first roller coaster at sea. There are currently a limited number of options worldwide to refuel an LNG ship, so working with our home port partners is critical. The transition to LNG necessitated a host of new technologies and processes, both on board and on shore. New engine designs, fuel containment systems, and the accompanying new engine parts required countless hours of training for our shipboard officers and engineers. Port Canaveral also constructed a new terminal to accommodate the LNG refueling process, as well as acquired purpose-built equipment like a new fireboat to support the LNG provider's tug and fueling barge, and expanded its firefighting training facility. Although Mardi Gras will be refueled every week, she is actually designed to sail for up to 14 days before having to refuel again. To fill Mardi Gras' 3 massive custom-built LNG tanks, a special fueling barge will meet up with the Mardi Gras in Port Canaveral to provide the ship with enough fuel for her week-long Caribbean and Bahamian itineraries. The refueling process is conducted with the highest procedures for safety and environmental protection. All of us know that cruising is anchored to the enjoyment of fresh air, clean, pristine water, and beautiful destinations. At Carnival, we will continue to invest in technologies and systems to reduce energy consumption and our environmental footprint as part of a company-wide commitment to preserving and protecting our water, air, and land resources. LNG is not the solution for all ships. It's still not readily available at all ports around the world. But it is an important step in our commitment to clean technology and meeting our goals for emission reductions. And it's an important new technology to propel our new class of Excel ships and our company into greater success and a stronger partnership with our ports and destinations. That's why we're proud to bring Mardi Gras to North America. So, whether you're enjoying a show, relaxing in your stateroom, or sipping a pina colada poolside, remember, it's LNG that powers the fun.
Well, that was really interesting.
Yes, it was.
I learned a lot about how they're going to power that ship and what's involved in refueling once they come into Port Canaveral.
And the reason the ship was named the Mardi Gras was the original ship that the people bought to start Carnival Cruise Lines was the Mardi Gras, and because she is a ship of unbelievable engineering feats, that's why they named her Mardi Gras.
Well, we've pretty much talked our time up tonight, so it's time to tell everybody that we'll see them next week. We're available. We're in coffee shops all over the place here lately, and we'll be out in the community, so you'll be able to spot us, because a lot of times we have these shirts on, Travel Agents Rock. So until next week, you're thinking about travel, give us a call.
Talk to y'all next week.